Gettysburg. First, before we get into the weaponry, I'd like to tell you a little bit about what the tail signifies in our hat, how that came about. It all started in the village of Smethport, up in the northern tiers. Most of the gentlemen that wore the tail and hat came from the counties Cameron, Elkin, McKean County, the old boys of the tails. A gentleman by the name of Thomas L. Kane, a prominent gentleman, lawyer, self-taught, businessman in that territory, got word of the great Civil War to come about. However, his thoughts were at that time it would be unique to bring a group of gentlemen, marksmen, woodsmen, lumbermen, survivalists, as they were in those tiers, to come down and fight this short-term Civil War. However, he was capable of putting together 300-plus men from those counties. He put out the word. They came to the registrar's office and did their thing. James Landry did. How the tell came about. A gentleman that's the recruiting officer by the name of Landry came in, proud as he was, signed up for this venture in the South, and came out all proud of himself and the men around him and the men of the town, and he thought, we've got to be known by some other nature other than the 13th Pennsylvania for the boys of the North. So we need some kind of nomenclature, so to speak. So the identity was the tell. Across the street, he saw a butcher shop with a buck hanging there, or a deer, and went over, cut the tail, put it into his slouch hat at the time, and said, from this day forth, they'll know us as the Bucktails. So the other gentlemen, the crowd had hurriedly skunned the skin off and took parts of the skin and put it onto the hat. Till later years, what they had down the road, what they had killed to feed and grab tail and put it onto their hat. Most got from home, from families, sent their tails to them, and they became known as the notorious Bucktails. With that, they entered into Camp Curtin. They did their basic trainings there and entered on into their campaigns. Mr. Kane, in responding to Governor Curtin, statively said he would like his boys to be that of Cat, on horseback and carrying Sharps rifles. Well, the Sharps rifles were not a common issue at the time. The Springfield Enfields were common issues of the 58 caliber, not the Sharps of the 50-50. As it was, Governor Curtin, his letter to Curtin responded to Kane statively saying, don't bother coming, so many words, because we have not enough fund, not enough money to put into effect any more reserves. Well, Mr. Kane didn't have the heart to tell the gentleman that he already recruited to say, we're not going south, boys. We're not going on this great tour, this great journey, and there's no Sharps, no horses for you. So for some time, there was this kept secret of them not to be, but they did venture down into Harrisburg to Camp Curtin, and they became the 13th Pennsylvania 1st Rifles, 42nd in line Bucktails. As the years passed, as they went into their battles passed, the days passed, they went into their battles. Again, they carried basically what they brought from home till they could get an issue or pick up an issue, and that was generally if someone had fallen, they would pick up and carry on. Sharps was desired still. Fortunately for the Bucktails, how they got